Howdy, y'all. Okay, so my friend Aliyah didn't know what a sweet gum tree was. If it was summer, I could show you the leaves, but this right here is a mature sweet gum tree. We have a lot of them, and I don't know if you can, maybe I can, it's not letting me zoom in, but there are tons of little round balls up in those trees, and they fall down. I was hoping I could show you some up there, but it's for some reason not letting me zoom in there. Okay, so they're everywhere, and they look like this. They're round and spiky. Let's see if I can get some sunshine here so you can see. They have little pokies, little spikies all over them, and yes, they are very painful to step on, and they're everywhere. I don't know if you can see. I clean them up pretty regularly, but so this is a sweet gum ball. In the spring, they are bright green and very firm, and they are up in the trees. And then in the fall, they fall down and they look like this, and they're covered in these little spikes. They break off pretty easily, but this on your porch will make you fall. If you step on it, it will roll and it will make you fall. And there's some, hold on, there's some over here. I'll show you. Okay, this is where I sweep them off of the porch. So there's tons of them over here. So they're not really big. They're hard to sweep up with a rake because they roll, and when you burn them in the fire outside, they roll out of the fire, so you have to be extra careful and watch that you don't have a bunch of little balls of flaming charcoal rolling out of your bonfire when you're cleaning up the yard. And most people do not like sweet gum trees for this reason. They don't want them on their property because all the cleanup involved, and it makes your yard kind of not awesome to have these all over it. But I don't actually mind sweet gum. I always wear shoes outside, so it's not really a problem stepping on it, and I keep the porch swept off as best I can. And we have a leaf blower now, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, they're everywhere. They fall by the hundreds of thousands of them, all in the yard. The mower will pick some of them up. You can rake some of them up, and some of them, of course, just go away. They just kind of break down, and go away. But yeah, so these are sweet gum balls from sweet gum trees. And the sweet gum leaf, let me see if I can find one. Okay, so all of these are in pretty bad shape, but this is a sweet gum leaf. One of the better looking ones. In the spring or summer, I'll be able to show you, but they're one of the first ones to lose their leaves, so these are pretty messed up. I do have a book that shows the sweet gum tree, and I've also I collected leaves from most of the trees and put them in there. This is a sweet gum. Most of the little bitty trees we have out in the nursery are sweet gum. And like I said, most people do not like them and don't keep them in their yard. But this is one. Let me see if I can find that book. Okay, I found my book. So when we first moved here, we went around and got leaves from all the trees and tried our best to identify everything on the property. And so, of course, I've got the sweet gum tree. And here is a leaf that was collected green. So that's what a sweet gum leaf looks like. Right there. And here we go with a little picture of it and some information about the sweet gum tree. Liquidumbar stratifica flua. Stratificiflua. I cannot pronounce the Latin name. I am so sorry. There it is, right there. And here is a diagram of how the leaves appear on the tree. And it tells you about the shoots and everything about them. Surprisingly, it doesn't show the sweet gum balls that I was showing you. So anyway, this is a sweet gum tree. This is what it looks like, and this is an example of one from our yard. And I particularly like this tree. Like I said, a lot of people don't like it because sweet gum balls get everywhere. They grow like weeds, and they produce loads of leaves and sweet gum balls, so it's tons of yard cleanup. And I really do like them because they smell wonderful. They kind of smell like a really light, almost citrusy man's cologne. In the springtime, when you're walking through a little grove of sweet gumball trees, um, they just smell really, really wonderful. So this has been just a little video for my friend Aliyah to show her a sweet gumball and the tree that it comes from. So I'm going to try and remember in the spring to show you when the little sweet gum balls first grow on the trees. They are this color, this bright, bright green, and they're a bit smaller and really firmer. And if you step on one of those green ones, that will really hurt. Like it can even go through like a little thin sandal or something. If you step down one, gets on the side of your foot or something, it can really poke you and they really hurt. So you can understand why most people do not choose to have sweet gum ball trees. That's what I call them. I guess they're technically just a sweet gum tree, but the ones that we have do produce tons of those little spiky round balls, and but we just deal with it like we do all the leaves and stuff. And so that's all about the sweet gum tree. And maybe sometime I'll be able to go through this tree guide and talk about all the different trees we have on our property, because like I said, we did collect from each tree that we could identify. We would collect some kind of leaf or needle or something. Let's see here. I know we got several. So this is the English oak. We've got English oak. I think we have a huge one of those. Live oak. Black oak. So many. Black or rum cherry. We call it a black cherry tree. This is the Eastern Redbud. Oh yes, we have several of those. They're gorgeous. I can't wait for spring. Then the good old sweet gum. Red maple. I have a couple of those. Bitternut hickory tree. Some of these trees are really huge, like a couple 100 years old, and they're giants, big grandfathers. So we had a lot of fun going around when we first moved here and identifying all the trees. So maybe if you're interested, I could do that sometime, kind of go around and look at these trees and see what they look like in different seasons. And I'll try to show you a sweet gum in the summertime, in the spring and summer, so you can see what it looks like then. So that was just a little quick what is a sweet gum ball video for my friend Aliyah. Thanks for joining me, you guys, and y'all be sweet.